Wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Yeah, you right there, Mr. Postman. Hey, Mr. Postman, look at me. Is there a package just waiting for me? Where's my box? Where's my box? What's in the box?
All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of What's in the Box. And today's special treat, I have two books. So one is from AWA or UPSHOT or AWA UPSHOT, and it's called Devil's Highway. And it's by Benjamin Percy, Brent Schoonover, and Nick Filardi. And let's start with the cover. So what caught my attention on this book is the cover. I thought it was pretty dope. It was it definitely reminded me of something like the Twilight Zone. What was it, like Jeepers Creepers, Goosebumps? Like it had this dark, mysterious element. There's a red pump in the rain at a truck stop, by a gas station. There's only one light. It's obviously fall because there are no leaves on the trees, and I just love the color tones on this. So let's go into it. So the story takes place in Wisconsin, Drift County, Wisconsin, and obviously it's Christmas time. Christmas time is here. Time for joy and time for cheers. Anyway, so there's a diner, and this guy named Joe is being asked by one of the patrons what's he doing for the holidays, and he's saying he's expecting his daughter to come for the holidays. The patron's like, yeah, let's hope she comes this time, because she said that last year she never came. Then he realized he hurt his feelings, and he's like, look, you know what I meant. Anyway, if she doesn't come, you always have a place in our home, and my wife would like you over for a grub, some supper. So, okay. Think about it. Number one, the coloring is pretty fantastic. Whoever the colorist did an amazing job just on the tones and just setting up the stage, because there you go, you have the winter. You have two cars parked outside the diner, and the last patron is leaving, right? So Joe's getting ready to clean up. So nothing's good going to come from this. It's the middle of winter, in the middle of nowhere in Wisconsin, and then, bam, damsel in distress. Damn damsels. Those damn damsels. Always in the movies. So you want to do the right thing and come to her aid. But who's going to help you? Who's going to help you? Anyway, this girl is in a tank top and underwear, and she's pleading for help, and he brings her into the diner, and he's like, help from whom? And you can see there's that shadowy figure, that silhouette in the window walking by as he's asking her. Then ba-ding, 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 the door. And then it's red. Red rum. And you know what happens. So they don't have to even show it. They just set the stage. So the colorist, Nick Filardi, you did your thing, boy. You did your thing, because you really captured the look and feel with the coloring. I mean, I think you did a great job. Lettering is by Sal Cipriano, and Brent Schoonover is the artist and cover artist, and Benjamin Percy's the writer. So, it's a small town in Wisconsin. Not a lot of resources. Everybody's a little down because it's Christmas and one of the locals was murdered. Ain't no way they have the resources to solve this crime, and you know it's true. Stop acting up. Yeah, I'm hating on the small towns because they never have the resources, and everybody keeps things hushed. They know who the killer is, but they ain't talking. Ain't no way they can sell out Maggie's son. It's not gonna happen. Anyway, enter Sharon, the daughter who didn't show up the year before for Christmas. She shows up now that her dad is gone. And you think Gina Carano, Ronda Rousey, ain't got nothing on Sharon. I love that little pink stripe that Sharon got going over to the side. She got the tats of the trees on her neckline. She just looks like she can give you a whooping if you don't stop looking. I'm just saying. So Sharon's there, and she basically gives these guys an ultimatum. I want my father's case file. And they're like, we can't give that to you, Sharon, not without a supervisor. And there ain't no supervisor here, it's just us. She goes, yeah, I know, it's just us. Remember that time? Apparently, she beat up a lot of boys back in the days. So they got a little skirt of Sharon. And they're like, all right, we'll give you the information. Go do your thing, Sharon. Don't hurt us. Don't hurt us. So, Sharon goes to the home. She's upset. Like anybody else, she throws the Christmas tree on the floor, reminiscing, going through the files, looking at what happened to her dad. There's a symbol of a snake on her dad's chest. Wonder what that is about. As I'm turning the pages, I look at this cover for Hotel, and it looks like, I forgot that actress's name, so I don't even know I brought it up. Skip that. So Sharon definitely has some forensic skills because, she's tracing her steps, her dad's steps. She realizes, hey, there's handprints on the window. She goes in the middle of snow and finds a tooth. She finds a tooth in the snow in the winter. How's that possible? You gotta ask Sharon. She's got the skills. So, winds up going to the gas station. Guy's acting up. She ties him up. Needs to see the surveillance video. She looks through the video. She's on the hunt. Takes her to the morgue. She goes there looking to see if her dad's missing any teeth. He has all his teeth. So she knows that tooth didn't come from him. Right? Trying to figure out what that symbol is on his chest. And then at that same gas station, there's a mysterious man. Has the guy tied up again. And the guy's looking through the footage. Right? So he's tracing the steps. And he's like, nobody knows I was here. And he has a flask. And the flask has a skull on it. Right? Hints. They're leaving hints left and right. Right? These are like mouse droppings. Boom. Sharon's back at the house. Researching. All the previous murders all have the same symbol. Matching snake eating its own tail. What can that be? So there's another body in the woods. The perpetrator cut the woman's hands off, ripped out her teeth. So this way you can't match any fingerprints or teeth, whatever. And here comes a snake out of her mouth. And she has the symbol on her chest. This is definitely going to be a Netflix series. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the letters from the creators. It gives you a little backstory of their backgrounds and how and what they were thinking when they created this. I like the sketches and the premise behind it. This is definitely a recommend. I like this. I'm definitely going to pick up the consecutive issues because this is one of 5. It's a short. So it's definitely going to be a trade paperback. I might just wait for the trade and collect it in one. But it's definitely a must read, even though I went through it with you. Pick up number 1 so that way you can get number 2 and read that on your own. But Devil's Highway by AWA UPSHOT. Really good. Mature audiences. I loved it. Everybody did their thing in this. Full package deal. Then we got Monstrous, Witch Hunt. Right? So this one is chock full of a lot of different fun names. Right? So you got all these crazy characters. Like in this book you have, let's see, Sisterhood of the Mechanical Eye. And you have Action Nuns. Right? And you have Baba Yaga. And you have, like, there's Mambo and Olga and just a whole bunch of characters, right, in this book. So apparently Baba Yaga is this witch that lives alone. And she can change young to old. And she's being sought after to help go after the Sisterhood of the Mechanical Eye, I guess, because they have her daughter. And her daughter's Nadia. She refuses because it's a stepdaughter. She refuses, but let's go into the creative team. So it's Wright, Yak, Nugent, and Sharp. So who are these people? So written by Greg Wright, and pencils and inks by Stan Yak, colors by Robert Nugent, and letters by Dave Sharp. Editor-in-Chief, Travis McIntyre, and art director, Joshua Werner. And this is by Source Point Press, and this is issue 1 of 4. So it's definitely going to be a collected edition. So it starts off, a different color palette. I'm not too big on this color palette or the font. So the font makes you pause and read slowly. So I know why they did it, because they wanted to show a different time lapse, whatever. But I wasn't digging the color scheme or the font there. But when you go into the present time, the colors did its thing here. Really great job with the coloring and the tones and the whole bit. So definitely a lot of action. It starts off immediately, boom. It gives you a backstory of who Baba Yaga is. Next you know, I'm Hilda Whittlesholt, a Franken Squad officer. So she's part of the Franken Squads. So you got the Franken Squads. You got the Sisterhood of Mechanical Eye. You got the Action Nuns. These guys must have went to a bar and had a contest on how many names they can come up with. And they put them all in this book. Chock full of nuts is that heavenly coffee. Anyway, so Baba Yaga, this villager, saying, "You ate my daughter." And he's like, "Well, remind me how your daughter tastes, because I don't remember." And then boom, blast her. Then the Hilda Witchin of the Franken Squad officer tasked of bringing you in. Then she gets jacked by the house. So the house is alive. It's alive. It's alive. So, Baba Yaga, remember, what is it? Keanu Reeves, that movie. Man, I can't believe it, but they called him Baba Yaga. Anyway, so she has this thing for cats. And so they know she has a thing for cats. So she's like, "Oh, you got me because of the cat." But then she uses some magic to turn the cat into this roaring behemoth of a teeth chomping dragon furry crazy thing, but leaves her alive. She says, we need your help to go after the Sisterhood of the Mechanical Eye because they have your daughter. She's like, "I ain't got no daughter." So she has Nadia. I took her in, Nadia. So she has Nadia, and her daughter's name is Nadia, but Voodoo Olga is the tech. So she has this a lot of different names. I had to write these things. This is the one story that I had to write everything down. So she has this tech geek that puts all her technology together, and who's gives her all these great tools. But they come in after her, and so they break into the place. She doesn't get a break. She just got into a fight. She's resting. She's got to get her stuff fixed. Here they come. The Sisterhood of the Mechanical Eye, and they steal her youth powers. That allows her to be young. And I love the color here. If you can see this right here, this is pretty dope. And they take this stuff, and then she turns old and ugly here. Did a really great job there. So she's like, "Damn it, now I have to go." And so she goes after Mambo. Mambo number 5. A little bit of Monica in my life. So she goes up to Mambo, and Mambo's like, "Yo, you shrunk my head before." And they got some beef from before, but then they got these robots that are after them, and they have to fight. He's like, "Yo, we have to go after them because now I'm pissed. I want my powers back, and I want my daughter. We got to find them." Right? And so they go on a journey that leads them to, I think it was Peru first, and then to, where was it? I think it was Peru and then China. Could be Japan. I forgot. But takes them around the world. And that's how they realize about the Action Nuns. And they're piecing the clues together. And they got these crazy looking llamas that are going after them. It has that Indiana Jones Um, let's see. The Mummy. You take The Mummy, Indiana Jones, a little bit of Star Wars, and you got and John Wick, and you got some stuff here. So they all have their own special skills. Obviously, Baba Yaga and Mambo are the badasses, and they're the ones who are like, yeah, chop, chop, pop, pop. And then you have Olga the tech, who is trying to decipher the codes and try to figure out what to do. And then they realize what's going on. So they have to go, and and they're looking at. So this is a backstory of the warrior nuns, which are the action nuns, and what they do. And so they realize, we have to go. And it takes them to Japan. That's what it was. And then you meet Mother Superior. And so Mother Superior is like, I can't let you come here and take anything from here. And it's like, what are you talking about? You're the thief. And then boom, there's an explosion. And then here we go. I am Lady Najinata. These women are my army of ninjas. All of you prepare to die. So there's no rest for the weary in this book. And Baba Yaga, you have issues. Because from the moment I started this book, you've been fighting everybody. You just have beef with everyone on this planet. Crazy. This is a fun read. I had fun reading this. I think just the names alone of all these characters was fascinating. It just moves really fast, this issue. And I know that, I think the pacing was just like boom, 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 boom. So you really don't get time to really process. I love to see what happens with the next issue. But definitely a recommend. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Again, the colors on the backstory, not so much. But as it moved forward, it got better and better. The coloring was actually really on point. So definitely these two issues were Monstrous, Witch Hunt, and Devil's Highway. Two really great indie books. Loved it. I can see both of them. I can see this one more on a Netflix series. This one I have to see where it goes, but it reminds me of like The Mummy and the Jones, and has a lot of different elements in there. But that's that. And this was another episode. I think this was episode 5 of What's in the Box. If you have, let me leave this here so that you guys can see it. Give some promos. If you guys have a recommended on What's in the Box, or if you want to send me your book, What's in the Box, just reach out. I'll send you where to send it, and we'll get you on the show. And if you want your book on What's in the Box, but you also want to talk about your book, we can get you on Cast of Craze. Just reach out to us, and we'll book you for our show. We are currently booking for the late November, and all of December slots. So we have, I think, 6 slots before the end of the year, because we're booked all the way through November 13th. So there's about a couple more weeks in November. So if you are Benjamin or Wright or Yak or Nugent or Schoonover or Filardi or Sharp, and you want to talk to us on the show and promote this stuff, your work, let's do this. So today is Wednesday. We are 3 days away from the launch of our Kickstarter, Cast of Crazies, the first indie Kickstarter I've ever done. I've never done a Kickstarter in my life. This is the first time, and this is a passion. It's a story about George and I, podcasters trying to be the best, summoning the supernatural. Things get crazy. Now it's out of hand, and we have to try to stop it. We have rival podcasters, and we have detectives on our trail, and we have all this crazy stuff. So there's some truth and some fantasy to it. We need your help to make this a reality. We have a fantastic artist. His name is Masiak Emperor, who's doing the interior art. We're holding a contest for the alternate cover. So if you want to get down, submit your version of Cast of Crazies, and you can be picked to have a cover, and you'll get 10 copies for yourself. You'll get on the show Cast of Craze. You get total credit in the book, in a bio in the book when it's printed. So support us. Remember, it's kickstarter.com/Cast of Crazies. Subscribe to our show. Thank you for watching. See us live this Saturday. Join us live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube as we launch our Kickstarter. We need your help. Thank you in advance. Peace.
What's in the box?